all the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again. This is the second episode of Buttons That Need to Be Checked. I posted one earlier today around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's the new target. Every day at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna go live or we're gonna post a button check. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. This is the second one, so we's about to get it because it is a hot debate. And another one popped up concerning issues going on with Capcom Cup right around the corner. So let's check some buttons. Let's go. All right, first up for that FGC Pro Player Privilege, some calling bullshit, buttons that need to be checked. So this all started with a simple post somebody posted just yesterday right here saying, top players, when a 2-2er ask them for friendlies. You can see Sponge coming up and then Patrick's like, nah, I'm too good for you, or I ain't got time for you. When a 2-2er asks a pro player to run them set. Now, from there, Jiyuna actually responded to this in a quote retweet, posted a video. Now, obviously in this clip, he's being sarcastic, but he's also making some points of stuff that actually goes on. Check out the clip.
Rule number 2, this should be common sense, I think. But look, if you are sitting at a tournament, if you're at CO and you're playing casuals or something, and a top player walks to the setup, you get up. Don't finish your set. Do not play until it's over. You just get up. Pause the game, unplug your controller, step aside, okay? The top player is there to play. He needs to practice. He needs to train. He needs to sit down. Like I said, he's more important than you. This shouldn't even happen because there should be a VIP room ready, you know? There should be a private VIP room ready for the top players, but if there's not and they have to share, you know, casual setups with you guys, follow this rule. Get up, get out of the way. And like I said, don't you dare talk to them. Okay. Rule number...
Get up and get out of the way because the pro player is more important. He said it shouldn't even happen. They shouldn't even ask you to get up so they can run some sets. You should just leave, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the pro player privilege. Like I said, he's being sarcastic. Some people don't know he's being sarcastic, so they're kind of going in. Some people are actually sharing stories of pros that did them kind of dirty at some tournaments, but overall, people are like, no, we not doing this. We're not giving in to the pro player privilege, like right here saying they pay the same fee that I do to compete. I'm not giving them shit if they're first or if I'm there first. They can run the set or find another setup to practice on. People will think that you're being sarcastic, but everybody should know this is how you treat the P4AU champion with respect. That has 88 likes. Continuing on, we have similar approach here in Brazil. The only difference is that once the top player approaches us while we are playing casuals, we get up and beat them to death. That has 101 likes. That's what up, man. And you got to give them 10 bucks for even being in the same room as the top player. Do not finish your set. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And yeah, sure, I'd love for some fragile nerd to tell me to get out of my seat. You're a loser, dude. So I don't know if they're talking about the pro in this imaginary scenario or if they're talking directly to Jiyuna and they don't understand that he's being sarcastic. Then some people sharing the testimonies right here saying, one time at Combo Breaker, me and another top player were looking for games, so we went to a setup 2 people were playing on and asked if we can get next, and both players got up mid-match and said, you deserve this more than us. Got the angry face emoji. You deserve this more than us. How y'all feeling about that? See, here's the thing, man. Like, there's more testimonies to this, and there's even pros responding to this saying, you know, I wouldn't do that, and I'm free to play anybody. But some people are coming from the perspective of like, you have to understand that pros are pros and casuals are casuals. So usually the tournament means more to the pro. They're playing at a chance at that money. They're sponsored. This is their livelihood. So when they're there, they're locked in, or usually are. They're trying to do that iron sharpens iron. They're looking for certain matchups because they already done looked at the bracket and they're like, oh shit, he mains this and this and that. Okay, I need to study. I need to practice. And usually what happens is they have a hotel room. There's some type of suite where all the pros are gathering and they're just playing each other or they're playing their team because they're like, yo, I really have to lock in for this tournament. So a lot of times, I remember when I used to go, I would get kind of disappointed because I was like, where are all the damn pros? They're in the suites. They're in the hotel rooms running the sets. Like, they don't like to be on the floor. You also got to take it from the perspective that they go to these tournaments back to back to back. So sometimes they're like, I don't want to be on the floor all day. Just call me when it's my turn to play because I'm kind of burnt out. So in that case, I get it. You know, some people are saying that as well. Like, you got to understand these pros are human at the end of the day, but there's a difference. There's a difference between what I just described and somebody being an asshole, somebody being arrogant, like some of these comments are talking about as well. You have one person right here saying, I know he's obviously trolling, but if there are people who do this, boy, do I have some choice words for you. Continuing on, so when Hotashi said, watch out, top player coming through, when he walked past my group at Frosty's, he wasn't doing the bit, he was dead ass. I feel twice as bad for holding him up for no reason now. I wonder if that's true. And I mean, obviously it would sound like he was doing a bit, because why the hell would somebody say, pro player coming through? I would hope or like to believe that they're just kind of poking fun at themselves, but who knows? And hell nah, we got class struggle in the FGC, and I really don't care who you are. If I'm at a setup, I'm finishing the set, and if you don't taps my shoulder and ask me for a fair chance, I'm not moving. I even noticed BigBird adding to this saying, feel free to ask me for games anytime you see me on a setup / when I'm free. I don't mind playing anyone. So there you have it. How y'all feeling about that? Pro player privilege. At the end of the day, people are human, but let's be real. I take it like it's anything else. When I was doing stand-up comedy full time, the thing, or one of the things I hated the most is because it was very cliquey. You would go in, especially if you were new, certain comics or established comics, and I don't even mean the big ones like a Dave Chappelle or something like that. I just mean the guys that were popular locally. They wouldn't talk to you. They would literally big time you like, you're the freshman, I'm the senior, you don't know what's up. Wait till you start getting funny, then we'll talk to you. That's what I had to go through. I had to go through like a lot of initiation and proving myself. It was a lot of bullshit. Now, some people take it from the stance that you're not gonna be long enough, you're not gonna be around long enough for it to matter. They really think like that. You're not gonna be around long enough for you to matter to me, so why would I give you any of my time? Others are just like, nah, I wanna talk to the pros, people on my level, so maybe I can get better. While everybody else on the other side, like the casual side, or that's not a pro, is thinking, bro, I look up to you. Like I just wanted to be able to get an autograph or a picture or to say I played against my favorite player. That's one of the main reasons why casuals go to these tournaments in the first place. We have a beautiful setup here in the FGC. What other sports? Now, esports is not a true sport, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. What other thing in life where you could say, I'm going to this pro event, and you know what? I'm gonna play against my favorite player that I like. You never get that chance. You can go to an actual fighting game tournament and play against your idol. Play against your favorite player, and holy moly, if you beat him, if the stars done align and hell done froze over and you beat them and make a name for yourself, these are chances and opportunities that were granted in the FGC. Now, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. A lot of these pros are pros today because at one time they were casuals and they earned their name. They earned that sponsor, they earned that title, they earned that place, and now they're a pro and other people, rinse and repeat, they're looking up to them. But they would never be that pro if they were not once that casual. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is I understand why some pros don't just go out of their way to play and why some hide in the suites. But if you're gonna be an asshole about it, if you're gonna big time somebody, then I think that's when we got a problem. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for that BigBird. Concerned about Cap Cup buttons that need to be checked. And it's not even BigBird, it's more people in the FGC. Hell, it is America, period. So, on this channel, we don't get political. I'm not trying to get into that. It gets really messy. It gets really messy. The closest we ever got to that was in 2020 because the world done shut down. But anyway, so this channel, we stick it to gaming. But because it's relating to CPT right now, I was like, let's talk about it briefly. So, long story short, there's some, I was gonna say beef, but there's some warlike tensions between America and Iran right now. Trump is saying some stuff, and like I said, I'm not choosing sides or anything. This is button check, all right? What I'm trying to say is, because of that, America is like issuing a warning or telling all Americans that are overseas, especially in the Middle East, to come home. They're like, you may want to evacuate any Middle East areas. There's a whole list of them. And they're like, come home because for safety reasons. Now, also because of that, a lot of places are shutting down and they can't catch flights out or in. BigBird happens to be in one of these locations. So right here he says, this is worrying, but I have full trust in the UAE government to handle it. And he's quote retweeting this right here saying security updates for Americans in the Middle East depart now via commercial means due to serious safety risks. And you see all these right here, Iraq, Iran, check this out, Saudi Arabia. And this is what Cap Cup right around the corner. When is Cap Cup? I should look it up and stop being lazy. Isn't it like in 2 weeks or something like that? And right now they can't catch a flight. He also asked this right here because somebody's like, bro, tell me you made it to Japan. Many of us are worried about the current situation and hope it doesn't affect your trip. He says, no, we're still in the UAE and airspace is still currently closed. We are waiting to see when flights will resume operations again. A lot of people just kind of sending him well wishes and prayers and all that good stuff. But yo, so that's scary. You know, we live in some scary times, and now we got Cap Cup right around the corner, and there's all kinds of players that can't travel. I wonder how this is going to affect Americans traveling out as well. I imagine a lot of them are in Japan already because, you know, it's already like, what, a couple of weeks away? Holy crap, I just stopped being lazy and looked it up. It's the 11th through the 15th. That is next week, y'all. That's next Wednesday. Oh my God. It's getting crucial, y'all. What happens if more players can't make it? They got to start switching around brackets. Yo, Punk's already not going. Let me not be a doomer and start saying, oh, it's all over. This, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, holy crap. Anyway, well wishes, best of luck to BigBird and the boys, everybody that got to travel, man. Stay safe out there because, yeah, concerning stuff. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is one more time, Butt Check family. Appreciate you guys for stopping by on this beautiful day or a beautiful night, because like I said, this is the second episode of Butt Check. I am posting a new video on the second channel later tonight as well. So matter of fact, probably by the time you're watching this. Either way, thank you guys for the massive love. I will see you soon. Stay safe out there. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
How you play and all that kind of stuff. Do people take it personal? Do people like what is the feeling around that?
Well, okay, well, you have two generations. All right, my generation, I could pop off on anybody and they'll pop off back. Right. And we keep it in the game. We definitely keep it in the game, and it'll be all fun. Like if I lose, I know I'm getting popped off on. If I win, they know they getting popped off on. Yeah. Matter of fact, while we playing, you might get popped off on. That used to be my thing. Like I will pop off on you while we playing. Yeah. I have won so many games off of popping off on people while I'm playing because it's like I'm getting in their head. They're like, what to do? Because I'll tell them I'm about to do this, and I will do that. And they're like, he actually told me what he was going to do, and he did it. And and while they're thinking about that, I'm doing other things. But that used to be what I used to do. And people would get real hype off of it. Like, they're like, he's talking trash while beating you down. He's talking the talk and walking the walk, But now people who, like, I might say, hey, I'm finna money match. Who want a money match? People will come and money match me just to get that experience of me popping off on them. Because be like, hey, man, I used to watch all your old videos. I'm like, oh, I know what you want. Gotcha.